League of Legends champion lore. Aatrox, the Darkened Blade.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am worse.
Aatrox, known in myth as the Darkened Blade, was once a noble champion of Shurima. Before the vast desert engulfed the ancient empire, Aatrox was chosen to ascend beneath the sun disk, becoming an avatar of a forgotten celestial ideal.
Now, hear the silence of annihilation.
Reborn as one of the Ascended, he shone with radiant wings and gleaming armor, embodying hope and justice. Leading countless battles with unwavering valor, Aatrox inspired loyalty among his fellow god warriors and commanded an army of 10,000 Shuriman mortals.
I march to death. I wish it was my own.
When Sataka, the warrior queen of the Ascended, summoned aid against a rebellion in Icathia, Aatrox answered the call without hesitation. However, no one could foresee the Void's horrific devastation. The Icathian rebellion unleashed this otherworldly force, which quickly turned on its creators and began annihilating all life in its path. For years, Aatrox and the Ascended fought desperately to contain the Void's spread, eventually sealing the largest rifts. Although victorious, the conflict left the Ascended deeply scarred. Their triumph came at a heavy cost. Each warrior lost a part of themselves, including Aatrox. With Shurima's eventual collapse, the once glorious Sunborn found themselves without purpose. The absence of a unifying threat and monarch led to infighting among the Ascended, which escalated into a brutal war across the Empire's ruins. Mortals, now caught in the crossfire, began to fear and despise these fallen god warriors, naming them the Darken. Recognizing the Darken's growing menace, the Targonians intervened. Legends say the aspect of twilight granted mortals knowledge to bind the Darken, and the newly reborn aspect of war united them to fight back. Confident in his might, Aatrox led his armies into battle, only to be outmaneuvered. He was ultimately tricked and imprisoned within his own sword by a force far greater than himself. Trapped in eternal darkness, Aatrox's immortal essence was confined, robbing him even of the solace of death. For centuries, Aatrox languished in this torment, until a foolish mortal attempted to wield the cursed blade. Seizing the opportunity, Aatrox imposed his will upon the bearer, reshaping their body into a crude imitation of his former self, though the transformation rapidly drained the host's life. Over time, Aatrox learned to control hosts more efficiently, using their vitality to sustain himself in battle. He sought endlessly for a way to reclaim his true ascended form, but each attempt failed. The flesh he stole became a cruel parody of the divine warrior he once was, a hollow mockery trapped in an ever-changing, grotesque body. As despair consumed him, Aatrox devised a final, desperate solution. Since he could neither destroy the sword nor free himself, he resolved to embrace oblivion. Believing that the only way to end his torment was to annihilate all existence, he now marches toward an apocalyptic goal. Waging war wherever he goes, Aatrox clings to a grim hope. If he can bring about a final cataclysm where all of creation is destroyed, he and the cursed blade may finally cease to exist. His path is one of rage, despair, and inevitable destruction, driven by a relentless pursuit of oblivion.
No beast so fierce but knows some touch of pity. But I know none, and therefore am no beast.